questions can be asked, discussions.
Also, we'll start with the basics
Okay.
to the medium level actually.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll have a sample data set,
Okay.
which is again in Excel.
Mm.
It has a certain amount of file, like two three files.
Okay.
So this data is about the. Let me search the data. Yeah, this one. So this is Superstore data set. So it's a dummies data set. So what it is about the order processing of a store particularly.
Okay.
So it has 2-3 components like order bookings, then return orders. So he has flagged the orders with the status. It is returned. Then it has the managers based on regions basically. So there are 4 regions: Central, East, South, and West. Like that. So there are different dimensions like country, region, state, city, another date, and order booking dates and ship date is available. Then there are certain metrics available like profit, quantity ordered, and the sale value.
Okay, now.
Yeah, and the product based margin basically. So we'll try to build an application.
That's a sale amount or total amount, sale amount for that.
Yeah. Sale amount order wise. Order ID is there. So this is the key.
Row ID is what? Row ID is item.
Row ID is normal.
Unique ID.
Unique ID.
Okay, so item
Or
ID.
HD card.
So let's go with this. Again we'll open the Power BI desktop. Then we'll
Excel.
let me close this Excel first. So we'll take Excel. This is my data set. So now we'll choose the queries, whatever table we want to load into the Power BI desktop.
All 3 can be loaded.
Yeah, multiple selections are available, or you can choose among your sheets whatever sheet you want to load. And as I showed you earlier also, so if you load one particular sheet, so it will be generated as a query, a different separate query in Power BI query portal.
Can you please repeat?
So like I'll show you. So suppose I have loaded I have 3 sheets in my Excel file. So I'll select all 3. So rather than selecting load directly, I prefer to go to edit portal.
Okay.
So when I'll go to edit, so as I told you, so this is the
you can change the values.
backend query portal of the Power BI software. So here you can see, so corresponding to one particular sheet, I got one query generated, right? So this is the query. So if you will go to the advanced editor of this particular query, then you can see the query underlying this particular sheet. Like what is the source? So just we'll do the basic read up of the query. What is this? So this is the source. Then we have taken the source as the format of the file was Excel workbook. Then this is the path of that Excel file in my personal system, right? And some validations and all. Then this is the sheet particularly. So sheet name was order sheet there. So orders was the name. He has attached the underscore sheet there. That is taking from the source order, kind, sheet, and the data. Right. Then it is selecting all the fields. So it is detecting.
This is for first sheet only.
Yeah, this is for first sheet only.
Because we have selected that first sheet only.
Yeah. So this is taking the formats, underlying formats of the fields basically. Suppose row ID was integer, then order priority was type text.
So based on the formatting done in the Excel sheet.
Yeah. So what is the whatever the formatting available in Excel or any source, it will detect automatically. So So these are the 3 queries generated now.
Mm.
So you can take one by one and do the basic cleanup on that. Suppose the format which is coming. So first thing is the format which is coming are
Mm.
correct or not.
We can move here and there, front and left like that. No
Yeah.
problem.
This is the scroll. So these are the formats on every column. Suppose automatically this is coming as
Numbers.
numeric. I
Mm.
wanted some other format, or it is not what I want in the desired. I want is the desired format.
Okay, understood.
So we can change it from here,
Mm.
right? Then let's do the quick check on the date formats, right? So they are already into the date in.
It is month date or year date? Month, year, month, date,
and
year.
year. We can change
Yeah.
format also.
You can change the format. So you can change. You can, if you want to change the particular format, then you can go to the transform. Yeah, it is available right there.
Properties.
So we'll go to the front end portal where there you can you'll have the option to change the dates also.
Mm.
Right. So everything is good to go, and suppose I got these 2 columns as null tolerance 26 and 27, which I don't even require. So I can select multiple with the control,
Mm.
and then I can
Control
right
select,
click.
huh?
Yeah,
Control, shift or control?
control only.
Just control.
Control and select.
So control and select. You can right click on the particular columns, and
Mm.
you have 2 options here: remove columns and remove other columns.
Mm.
So other column means
It will
apart
only
from
retain
selected one.
Other, okay, selected, not selected, remaining.
Yeah. So you can do multiple things on there. If you want to unpivot or pivot or unpivot on any other selected column or something. Right. Remove errors. So we'll go. Maybe we'll see different options in different
No,
situations.
options are there. Okay.
Yeah. So first we'll remove the columns. Yeah. So every time you are performing certain step, there is the
Track.
applied steps are tracking them.
Mm.
So starting from the source,
Mm.
then to navigation,
Mm.
then to promoted header,
Mm.
change type. So
Mm.
whatever type I have changed till now,
Okay.
and the removed columns.
Like
If
in
you
the
go
Word
back
file,
to-
it's a review final.
Yeah.
Like that
So
it
if
is.
you go back to previous step, then so this
It
is
will be
change
restored.
type only.
Mm.
So it should contain those 2 columns,
Mm.
26 and 27.
Mm.
When you go to the next step, then they are removed.
Okay.
So that's how you can backtrack the queries basically.
If one more column we removed, then again it will come remove more column 1.
Yeah, removed columns 2.
Okay.
So second query is with indentations, query steps will get generated. So there are classes of operations like removing, addition of column, addition of conditional column. So whatever number of columns you are adding or you are deleting, it will assign every step a indentation, like removed columns. Now next time if I remove the column, then maybe it will come. Suppose I want to remove this order ID. So it will remove column. It is automatically getting added to that particular thing query. It is adjusted in that particular query.
Okay.
So if
So
I
all will come in that.
yeah, if I
It will come again.
no this is coming till
Since
till-
you are using
till-
the same operation.
Yeah, till
same
you are
operation.
not performing a different kind of operation. If you perform any different kind of operation after that, then there will be new operation. Now again you want to remove certain column, then it will maybe again come as a new step. So it depends. You can track the steps basically. Right. Now second important part is, so we are taking one thing to consider, right? So I want to deduct the revenue which is corresponding to the return order. So I don't want to have the profit analysis of these kind of orders, or I want a different kind of analysis on these orders. So what I'll do is, rather than keep it kept it into the joined format, maybe we can merge these two queries.
You control, you selected it, and then you done.
Yeah, these things you can do on the data. So this is same like Excel actually. You can do text filters and everything. So these kind of options are available. So for you to perform, there are no coding. There are not. I mean, not as such the coding.
Because
you have
like
to
a
write-
front end, it's available.
Yeah, you have to write the codes for every task we want to perform. So rather you have different UI options there. You can select and
Okay.
and clean up your data basically. Right. So on this table, which has order ID at last, so I want to have a return flag. So I want to flag these transactions, which transactions are returned basically.
Like a VLOOKUP you're doing.
Yeah. So what we'll do is, I have a key there, I have a key here. So what I'll do is I'll merge the query, both the queries. So now there are two options here, merging queries. So merge query. So merge query means in the order table, whatever query I have selected at the first place, it will merge the select next query into this particular query.
Okay.
Or merge queries as new means there will be a fourth query will get generated here. Right. So we'll do the merge query. Right. So we got this order table loaded. Now what we have to merge is returns. Now second important part is on which what is my primary key here. So this is my order ID in this table, and from this return table I will
Just
select
control
order.
only, you are selecting by control.
No, not control. Just mouse click only.
Okay.
Right. So this is my order ID and this. So these two fields are selected. So on these fields it will perform a join. Now we have to select the join kind from here. So there are there are actually 6 options in the join. So left outer, all from the first, matching from the second. So this kind of join, if this join is performed, then every row will come from the first table. First table is referring to the order table. Second table is for the return, and matching from the second.
One
will
more
come
column
there.
is added, like a status will be coming there.
Yeah, one more column will get added, and the values will come only in those rows which are only matching. Right outer, all from the second, matching from the first.
Okay.
If it's the reverse from
So
that.
that is only, that order number will be there, nothing
Yeah,
else.
yeah,
All rows from both. Okay.
yeah. Then inner, only matching rows from both the tables will come.
Full outer means left outer join, na?
Full outer means
This line
Yeah.
plus this
Right?
column plus this column.
Left outer join and full outer join will be same, na?
No.
no, it will not be seen.
Hmm.
Left outer means whatever you are taking from the you have everything from the first table, but only matching rows will come from the
Second line.
Second
All
table.
row will show from first row.
yeah.
Okay.
All
So that means this
rows
row
will
will
be
come
there
twice,
from the
2 times.
Full
Order
outer-
ID will come 2 times in the full outer.
Hmm.
But whereas in the first it will come only 1 time.
So
Correct?
what will happen in the full outer join is
So that's what I am thinking.
Full outer join is a combination of left and right outer join.
then inner join is this one. Only these 3 rows will come from both the tables.
Left
The matching
NT
one.
is new term here.
So left NT is the thing row only in first.
Means row only in first means?
Row only in first means, so left anti means
Okay, this matching will not come.
yeah.
Only first, second like that. Eh?
First only will come.
Okay, got it.
So left hand time means we are not actually join. It will be like a filters actually. Filter actually. So
Okay.
only these particular rows will get filtered.
So what you are
here
going
we
to do?
have to perform left outer join. So I want all from the first and the matching from the second actually.
So whichever values meeting only it will come, huh?
Yeah.
So 1952 rows will come or only 15 rows will come?
1952.
Rows will come 1952 because my first table contains 1952 rows. But matching are only 15. So we'll get the flag on 15 rows only. Otherwise, the values will be null. We'll see. Right. So we have load. Now this table is joined. So we have to expand the columns. So here we can expand selected column only. So we can expand order ID, but we will not because we already have order ID. On there. And all we have to do is to expand the status only. Then use the original columns as column names as prefix. This means it will use the return table name as the prefix and then give the column name. So it will come as return dot status. So you see everywhere it is null except some things. Yeah. So whatever whatever match were found, it is giving a value. Otherwise it is null.
Exactly like a VLOOKUP. Huh?
Yeah. No. So suppose you want to change the name of this particular column, you don't want it return dot status. So now you can change the status, or you can type any name also. Click enter, and you'll get change. So now you see you got the new step: merge query, expanded returns, and the rename columns. Right. Now since you have merged this particular query, what you don't want it on the front end now because you have the results in the first query itself. So what you can do is you can uncheck this option, including report refresh.
This is coming by after right click, huh?
Yeah. Or include in report refresh. So you may require this particular feature because this file may got updated. If you uncheck this button, it will not refresh again. If suppose if you have if some new
Understood.
order ID has been added in the Excel file,
It will not
so
come.
it will not come. So if that particular thing is required, that you can uncheck this option.
Now, at this moment, can you go to the Excel sheet and do some changes?
Yeah.
That will affect immediately here. Okay.
But we need to do refresh.
Immediately we have to refresh the queries. This.
Refresh all.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I don't want this query on the front end. So I will just deselect this option. Enable load. So this query now will not load to. I'll show you the difference first. So suppose I am done with this. Now I want to close and apply to the front end. So all the three queries are loading. Right. So I'll go back and show you the first that particular thing. So you can anytime go back onto that particular thing with the query edit queries option. So So this is your edit query option in data source settings. So in data source setting you will find it will automatically detect the path of the files basically. So this is the file, right? So we'll show you how to change this. Suppose you have moved this particular file to somewhere else, then rather than going into the query side, you can change the path from here, or in advanced option you can even give the parameters for this paths basically, so that it can be automated.
Hmm.
And for edit query you'll go to the edit query. Now what I'll do is I don't want this returns query on the front end. So what I'll do is I'll disable the load. So what it is saying, disabling load will remove the table from the report and any visuals that use its column will be broken. Means if I have performed any visualization in this particular table, any field of this particular table, then it will not be visible because
Okay.
it is not it will not get loaded to the
Because the refresh, the connection is lost.
Yeah, but it can it is still it will still be used in the this queries with
Okay.
this query.
If data is fixed, then we can use this, huh?
See, it is removed now.
If data is fixed, then we can use.
Yeah.
As long as the Excel sheet is there, it will be able to maintain it. Huh?
Yeah, even data is not fixed, then also you can do this include refresh. If data is fixed, then you can perform the second step, include in data refresh, that kind of.
What happens if I delete the Excel sheet? The data will be here or it will be lost?
Data will be here unless you will not refresh again.
Okay, refresh means it will go away.
Yeah.
Okay. But I can save it without refresh. Can I save this to?
Yeah, you can save it. It will
Export
tell
also
you
can
how to
do?
do it. Yeah.
So it is keeping it in its RAM.
Because some format, because some file is getting generated. No?
Okay.
It is PBIX file. Right. So next we'll go to the, we'll check the tables basically one by one. So this is my table. If I want to do some health check on this, I can do that. So whatever I have loaded is fine or not. Right. So now the values are coming only. There are some blanks and the values. You can select and check.
Return only.
So these are the only orders which are returned orders.
Return orders. You have filtered it with
Yeah,
only with
filtered.
having values.
And you can again select and get the whole order. Right. My second table. This is my column 1 and column 2. Now what is happening with this? So I don't want region as the column header and manager as the column 2 header. So then again I have to go back. So that's why it is necessary to check every query and every table loaded is correct or not. So I again go to the users, then I'll select the table options basically. So from table options I'll get the second option. So use first row as the headers.
This table option is coming because you are clicking which this thing.
This particular icon is there.
Okay.
Use first row as header. So it is similar to that. Now the first row is promoted to the headers basically. Now you'll close and apply again. So now it is refreshed. So now region is your header and manager is your header.
Okay.
Right. So now I have two queries basically. Now I want to build a relationship. So for this also we can either merge the query or we can keep them in the relationship status basically.
We can bring it to the first query.
Yeah. So it is automatically detected a relation because because this file contains the region and that file also contains the region. So it is joined based on the regions. If I go
So that what happened to that second file? Returned the file?
that is not loaded on the UI side. So we have now moved to the UI report side of the
Okay.
tool basically.
Mm.
So that we have disabled the load on the report part. No?
Okay, that is the reason only
Two files are visible. So if you go to the managed relationship, then you can see.
manage relation.
So this is the managed relationship.
Manage
option.
relation, how it can? The top, okay.
This is the managed relationship option. You can check. You can edit the relationship
Mm.
if it is not correct. It is joined on the region. This is many to one because it is like a transaction table
Mm.
and it is like a master.
Mm.
So there are many transactions corresponding to one particular region, and there are unique definition of region managers based
Mm.
on regions basically. You click OK and you got it.
Cross-feed direction means single.
So directions currently it is single.
Mm.
So
Okay.
cross filtering direction we have discussed earlier also.
Yeah.
So right now we are keeping it single. Right. Now we'll check the date formats. So order date.
Mm.
Now there are three tabs: home,
Mm.
view, modeling, and help. So view means there are different panes are also required. Like
Mm.
visualization pane is coming, field pane is coming. There are other panes also for different
Mm.
purposes. So we'll discuss that later. Modeling means you want to perform certain modelings on data. So
Mm.
now you have selected a field, city. So it is the type text. Countries type text, customer ID is whole number. So you can change the things. So we'll come on the date we have discussed. So you want to change the format of it is this column is type date, but you want to change the format now. So these are the formats available,
Mm.
and you can select. Suppose you want to change it to
Yeah, I know.
suppose you want to change it to this particular format, DDMMYY or maybe this option, right? Then I also have second date, so this also I'll change. So whatever I am taking the format, I'll keep it uniform actually.
Okay, this is only in the BI only it is changing, not in the Excel
Yeah,
sheet.
not in the Excel. So once data is loaded to the BI, there is no relation. Whatever you are doing is doing in the BI side. There is no relation of that in the source Excel.
Okay.
Right. Now,
Dashboard.
the one more important step is to add the calendar.
Mm.
So calendar means suppose we want to have a field.
Mm.
So one thing we can do is it has automated inbuilt hierarchy here. So we can have year, quarter, month, day, everything. Right? So you drag down the year field and select the slicer. So this is the slicer visual basically to get the drop down and all.
Mm.
So there are different options. You want it in the list form, then everything will come as a list form.
Mm.
You want it as a drop down, you want to give it as a range. Suppose it is started from somewhere else, then it can have.
So since you are having a calendar, you are bringing, if the calendar is not there, that date
No.
field is not there.
We didn't load the separate calendar. We are using this date hierarchy only.
Okay, data, if it is not having a calendar, you cannot load basically.
What?
So the date should be there in the transaction.
Yeah, date should be there.
Mm.
Otherwise we cannot load. So otherwise if year or month are available, then we can plot only these only those two
Okay, to
fields.
review that history and
Yeah.
other things.
So now with this everything is generated. Year, month, year, quarter, month, day, everything. So if you load the quarter also, Then you can see quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 4. This is coming automatically.
Quarter from where you are getting?
Only with this column. So
You
this
have to
date
bring-
column,
Yeah.
you have only date column.
Okay.
Power BI is doing it automatically.
Okay.
It is creating the date hierarchy.
Okay.
So it is taking date.
So just a
everything.
drag and drop here.
Yeah. So it is taking all the applied months from there and get it plotted here.
One include use how to filter the January, February data.
Yeah. So there are 2-3 operations which we can perform here. Is suppose the basic operations basically.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose basically what I want is now I want these are the full month basically. Now I want to create a particular column where I want to have the month in 3-letter format, right? So then I have to change the format. So what I can do is I can create a custom column, different column. Or maybe let's start with this only. So maybe I don't want to have a hierarchy. Rather we don't require to create separate column for year, quarter and month. But still, if I want to create a different column for year, month and thing with the date only, so that's how you can do. So you take the new column. So since I don't have year, then you take so it will ask you from which date you want to calculate the year, right? So I'll select order date maybe. And I'll click it and it's done. So now you have a separate column
Year.
here.
Same
Drag
thing
this
will
down.
come.
So it will come. Right. Same thing if you want to do with the month also. If you know the name, then you can start typing the table name. Suppose order. It will bring the order table. Now you can select the columns basically. Select enter. Right. So now it has given me the number basically.
That it will be used to filter in other graph also, right?
Yeah, it will be because it is getting created. Same the column is getting created in the same table. So maybe months are 6 months. This one here. We'll check on that. So the point is now I don't want the numbers basically. I want to change the format of the thing.
इसमें month name कर दो आ जाएगा.
Yeah. Either month name. No.
MTH name का.
No, there is no function. different functions related to month.
Hmm.
That I want interested in this. So end of the month. Suppose you have a month and you want to find out what is the end date of that month, then you can do that.
Hmm.
Returns the date in date in the data in the datetime format of the last day of the month before or after the specified number of months.
Hmm.
So these are we'll use it later one by one. Start of the month. If you want to find out the start of the month, then it will automatically calculate. So we'll do the month. So what we have to do is we have to do the format function on that. Now format function you have to pass the format. So suppose I want it to be 3-letter month.
Okay.
So that's how you can add the columns basically. Now the second part is the measures. Now the same as column, you can add the new measures also. So measures are performed on the data points generally. The value aggregations and all. So everything. Suppose you want to perform now. Suppose you want to calculate the sales part. So my sales column is already there. I'll rename it to the sales value maybe. Sum of
Cumulative also function is there.
yeah. So suppose I want to calculate the sales.
Cumulative against order ID is also there. Means
That you can do. You have to pass the field. So suppose this one dates YTD. So this is the based on dates YTD, year on dates. So for doing it cumulative on certain fields, you have to order by that particular volume. So that can be done with this script things now. So here suppose you want to sum sales, order sales, this is done. Right, so sales value has seen now 1.92. Suppose what you want to have a filter condition there based on certain suppose
now
I'll
if you
take
select
region.
month, then it will come. Filter here. If I select any particular month, we want to see April revenue sales. It will decrease.
This will at this. So this is coming for the period now. So there is no data from July onwards. Till June it has data. From January till June it has data. So every month you are getting the data. So because it is divided day wise, so you can have a filter on day also. It will give you the day wise figure also. Central, you'll select center, east, south, west. Suppose I want to filter from this expression rather than selecting it. I want to have the west zone only. So I have to modify the filter context of this particular expression. So to have the multiple condition, I have to use the calculate function here first. So in calculate, I'll perform the sum of sales. Now you can perform filters now. So I'll have the filter option. Then on which based on which table I want to pass the filter. So there are two conditions here. as you can see, table and filter expression. So what table? So suppose order, right? I pass the table, then I'll pass the filter expression. So now in this condition you can only select the columns which are available only in this table. So I'll type on the region. So order region equals to WEST west. I'll close the condition, I'll close the calculate expression, and
Good.
right. So now you have the expression only for west. Similarly, you can calculate 3-4 expression for west. Suppose there is a requirement ki someone wants to see east, west, north, south parallelly in different columns. So we can have it like this. Advanced expression. So we'll continue with this file only. We'll go for the expressions and we'll have the report done, visualization report, and in next session.
Okay. Thank you very much for contributing your thoughts and good development tips. And be with our channel. If you like this video, please subscribe to get our next session soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.